Hello everyone, welcome to the Robo Samurai channel. This time I'll be talking and reviewing, taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series 8609 Wreck-Gar. And here he is looking over a wreck. I just thought that this would be kind of funny if we had a whole bunch of Ultra Magnus parts sitting here. The only thing he doesn't have is his magic bottle of goo, whatever he called it, to fix him. So let's go ahead and clear all this out of the way. And let's take a look at a box. So we've got a really cool looking box and nice box art and all of that stuff he's screaming, and that's a nice thing. So, well, I guess it's nice as long as you're not on the other end of the club. All right, so let's take this thing out, and maybe, just maybe. So this has another background, and this one I'm showing off because it's not just another picture of the Quintesson pit. We've had a lot of those as of late. So, yeah, so here he is, Planet of Junk. Junkion? Is that what it was called? So yeah, you can kind of have that there, and you can see the spaceship there, and you've got that there. And if you wanted to add some dramaticness to it, hey, there we go. Have some Ultra Magnus parts, guys. You know, I mean, it fits. It all fits there, you know. He can fix them. All he needs is a little glue. Anyway. So, yeah, this is a cool little background. Very nice. I like the way this looks. So, I'll go on ahead and put this back in his box. All right, so let's see here. Can we even get it in there? All right, we'll take care of it later. Now, let's take a look at a figure. Keep all these Ultra Magnus parts away. So, wow, this is a great figure. That's all I have to say. I mean, it's great. He's got some nice red eyes going on there. He's got the mustache. He's got the beard. And he has his axe, like that. And he has his spiky wheels here, looking good. These are accessories. Yeah, these will attach, and we'll show that off in transformation when we transform him into his bike mode. But you can take these and you can stick them here. You can also stick them here on these spikes here. So you can have that. I think you can stick there. Let's see here. Yeah, sure can. So he has that one, and you can do the same thing with this one as well. So there's those. And then he also has his axe, and his axe has this really cool kind of like spinning deal here, and that's neat. So it's on it's like that. It's on its little thing. Now, if you want to, you can store this on his back. There's a little peg right there, a little hole, and you can take this little peg and plug it straight in there. Cool. And then he's got it going on. So that's very nice, you know. So let's go ahead and take that off. Now, these guns here, they move, they rotate around. They're like on little ball pegs, so you can aim them in all different directions. His wrists do swivel. This is a very cool thing. His wrists swivel, so that's nice. He has legs. If you move these out of the way, yeah, there, they can go out all the way. Whoops. And if you're not careful, the mushroom peg will slide right off. And that's the first time that has ever happened since I've owned this figure. So split his legs that way. You can also do that. Nice. Okay, so he can bend his knee like so. And you can see it's not quite a 90-degree bend, but it's still cool. All right, so he can tilt his foot backwards and forwards. He also does have this tilt right here, the sideways tilt. So that's another thing you can do. Arms can go all the way around, bend at the elbow, bicep swivel, and the rest. His head is, I think, on a ball peg. And yes, you can turn it all the way around. So pretty cool stuff. So from the back, he kind of looks like this. Not too shabby, not too shabby. And you can see he has a mounting port here. And I don't know if this is a mounting port really. That's where I was putting his axe. But that if you wanted to add one of those stands, you could plug it into here. Very cool stuff. All right. So there is one other thing, and I don't know if it was intentional or not. The instructions don't show this, but he has an ab crunch. Yeah, he's got an ab crunch. That is cool. So how far can he crunch his abs? About that far. So neat. So you can kind of give him this look where he's looking up or, working on something. I think I kind of showed him that in the thumbnail pic for this review. Okay. Oh, by the way, yeah. Hey, swivel. Got that too. Great. So I like that when you swing out the arms that there's all this detail right here, so it doesn't look like empty or hollow. That is very cool as well. So yeah, very, very nice. So without any further ado, let's just go on ahead and get him transformed. But wait. Well, let's do a little comparison. Hot Rod. Cup. And here's Optimus Prime. So, kind of interesting. Okay, I have him kind of sitting here. And Optimus Prime. There. Kind of like that. Very cool. Let's see here. Let's stand up Optimus. See how he looks. Holding his gun there. And so, yeah, he's a little bit taller. Just a little bit taller. Not much taller. So, that's how he looks there. All right. Now, let's get him out of the way. Let's go on ahead and transform him. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to rotate his arms all the way up. Then we're going to take his wrists and flip them back into those big hollow gaps. There we go. And then we are going to take this assembly here and we're going to pull this way. We're going to pull this out. Well, actually, before we pull that out, we're going to have to pull these arms forward like that. And then we should be able to pull this out. And this is on a hinge here, this clear glass piece. That's on a hinge, so you should be able to pull that up. It's collapsed when you transform him. So there's that. Okay, so now we are going to open up this here, right there, and pull this straight out. Okay, and then we are going to take this and then push his head up into this. And I want you to notice something here real quick here. So in the original G1 toy, this basically became his head and this flipped out to be his face. So at this point, this here, and you can see some of that same detailing here, and including these antenna, which are technically his handlebars. So I like the way that they did that, so that it kind of retains the illusion that he's still, like that. So we're going to push that up in there. And then we are going to start. Let's pull these down. Actually, this has to go all the way in like this. And like so. So we're going to, let's see here. I think it was over here. All right. So make sure that these are rotated. What we're going to do here is we're going to make sure that these here, let's see here. We want to get these into a position so that these can tab into here. So we're going to take the arms here, and I'm trying to have a little bit of trouble with this one. Let's see. There, like that. So we want to make sure that these go underneath here so that this can properly collapse down into this area here. All right. And then we're going to take this. So now that those are, I think that's in the correct spot. And all right, like so. And then we are going to, okay, this needs to go back. Hold on, guys. Let's see. All right, so we want it to be kind of lined up in this position here. Then we pull these over like so. And do the same thing here. So this tab right here, if I'm not mistaken, is going to go into here. Okay. And let's see if we can get this. There we go. And then we want this to go there. Let's see here. All right. That there, that there. Okay. And then we want them. Okay, so there it goes like that. One, and then the same thing here. Let's see. Okay. All right. So just going to make sure that these line up properly down here and are in the proper positions. Let's see, how do we get that in there? And all right. You can make sure that these handlebars are rotated up a little bit. So that'll be good. And I'm having some problems with this fitting into here. So that's the way they're supposed to be. And I don't want to collapse down in there like they did earlier. So all right. All right. Hold on a second. Okay, so after a little bit of strange struggling here, I was able to get these folded down. And what you want to do is you want to fold these arms in like so after you tuck them in here. And they're just going to go like that. And then you're going to tab these. There's little tabs and little pegs right there. And you just want to tab them straight in. Just like that. Now, one thing that I'm going to show you now is going to be a little oddity that I noticed here. There's two wheels, and what we have here is that we have one wheel that's a little thicker than the other one, and they also have a little bit. The one that's thicker has this this axle. It's kind of loose. That's the way it's supposed to be, so it can spin. Now this one is just a little bit thicker than this one. It's maybe hard to tell, but maybe you can see on the camera here. So this thicker one here will go in the back. This one will go in the front. So let's take this, and what we're going to do is we're going to take these holes here, and we'll just align this right there, and we kind of just have to put them in place and then squeeze them together right there. There we go, just like that. So that's what we got going on. Make sure those are all nice and tabbed up. Make sure you have that ready to go as well. Now you can pull this all the way down and extend this out. This is like the seat. It's like a double hinge here. So we want to make sure that's all the way out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold these forward. Let's see if we can get this done just right. There, just like that. You got to make sure, by the way, if you didn't notice that, this here, you've got to swing on this hinge so this thing comes out, just like that. Okay. All right, now that should make like a straight seat there. And then what we want to do is bend these at a right angle almost, and then fold these feet down like that. Do the same thing on this side. You can do it like this, and then like this. And then you'll notice that there's a tab right here. Oh, wait, whoop, there's a slot right here. The tab for what was the shoulder goes there. Now, before we do that, we are now going to take the other wheel, the thicker one, and stick that in there and in there. There we go. Now we can take these here and then just tab them in place right here. One there, and then the other one here. Let's see here if we can get this just aligned right. Make sure that the knees are bent appropriately. There we go. And I think, and then I just like to make sure that the seat is kind of straight here, and that everything else is kind of aligned correctly. Make sure that these guns are facing forward. And there is Retgar in his vehicle mode. Now, he doesn't stand too well like this, so they thoughtfully thought of kickstands. So you can just open those two up, right? Just pull them straight out from the shins. And there he goes. He can sit just like that. And, you know, this is a really, 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 really good looking bike. And I like the way, and if you look here, you know that that was his head. I don't see any like face visible from this side. Maybe a touch this way if you look carefully. You can see his head there, his face, but it's not that bad really. There's the back of it, but this back of it's got those instrument panels. Very cool. You got these saddlebags here. Looks very good, and all of that. Now when it comes to the axe can be stored right here. There is that secondary port right here, so you can stick that in there. Whoop. I think that's where it goes. Yeah. So you can just stick that in there. Now, like I said, I like to make the seat back just like that, so that it's nice and straight. So we have a nice little representation there. And another thing I like to do, and I don't know if people do this or not, or if this is even going to work out, but let's see here. Can we get Optimus Prime to ride him? Well, kind of, maybe, huh? How about that? He's a little big for the bike. We'll be honest with you. Just a bit. Now, could you put another Junkion on this? I suppose you could. I have not tested that. If somebody else buys doubles, I'd like to see a picture of that. But you know, you can put Optimus Prime there. So, and that's what we got going on here. So that's about it. Do I recommend this figure? This figure is really a nice figure and would round out your Studio Series 86 collection. It is a Voyager class, so I mean it fits in pretty well that way. And I think that its transformation isn't too bad. It definitely has the look that we're looking for a Studio Series movie figure, you know. By the way, these do roll very well, so all their nice spikiness. So there you go. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to watch more of my Transformers reviews, any of the model builds, please subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you next time.